All right, all right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Okay. Main watch today is Fred. Gapping up really nicely from 163. There's going to be an echo unless I pause some of this stuff. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm good. Here we go. Yeah, so Fred is my favorite watch. Sorry for being a little bit late today. Um, I tried to put my bulletproof coffee in my blender, and it spilled everywhere. I didn't close it tight enough, and so it just spilled all over the place. But yeah, happy Monday, guys. A little slow today, honestly. There's really not that much moving. I like Fred. It's my favorite one, and there's the cannabis stock CRON. A few little penny stocks, NLST and stuff like that. But really, it's kind of slow right now. There's not really any huge gappers. My main strategy revolves around shorting overextended stocks, and I only see one. Now, Fred looks really good. I'm definitely going to be watching this one, but it's the only one I see. Good morning, Missouri. What's up, Seven? Good morning, man. Pharaoh. Good morning here from Asia. Nice, man. Nice. Good morning, Ray. Good luck, man. Yeah, appreciate it. What's up, Seven? NLST, largest swing. Let's check it out. Oh, NLST. I mean, where'd you get into it at, Seven? It all depends. What's up, Huguetes? Yeah, I got you on the list, bro. Just give me a second. I'm running a little bit late this morning. What's up, Marcos? That's right, man. Let's make some money, dude. John, what's up, man? Seven, speaking of high, how do you guys feel about pot stocks, that is? I was one of the lucky ones to ride Nugs from .07 to 693. It eventually topped out at 713 that day, 2-day swing trade, 20,000% upswing. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have anything against either one. Like both. Like I don't really have anything against cannabis in general. Um, I mean, I have kids and I live in Texas, and so for that reason, I don't smoke. But if I lived in California or Colorado, I would most likely smoke. I would definitely smoke. Let's be honest. But I live in Texas. I have two kids. For that reason, I don't smoke it. But I think the pot stocks are okay. I think they may be a little bit hyped up. Some of these cannabis stocks, they may be a little bit hyped up. And I think that, I think we'll see. I think Canada debuts the legalization on the 6th, correct? I think it's the 6th. And so we'll see. We'll see if they can keep it up. I think stocks like TLRY are going to end up coming back down a lot. I think these are just way too extended for pot stocks. And but that's just my opinion. I'm just speculating. I really don't know. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I'll get you with the list. Seven, man. You always got problems with Nightbot, man. What did Nightbot ever do to you, man? Gurn Long. Yeah, I'm watching Gurn. Gurn fades really nicely. Like, I've seen Gurn do the VWAP fade over and over again. Connie, good morning. Live gains. Good morning. What's up, brother? Seven, I exited my position on Cron and kept 3 shares for long. Nice. Mid, yeah, Fred's definitely what I'm watching. Good morning, Mr. DeSoto, KC Mac. Arian's World, what's up, brother? Tanner, what's up, dude? Hip Hop Anonymous, what's up, man? Yeah, you know it, brother. What's up, Adelie? What's up, Keith? Eroy, Kevin. All right, guys. I know, man. Honestly, I hope it does, man. Like, here's the thing. Like, for anybody to pretend like there's actually anything wrong with cannabis is dumb. You know, it's just dumb. And like, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna touch on politics, but it's time, man. I thought whenever I was like 18, I figured it would be by now, and it's just not. What's up, Eddie? Do I really sound like Jesse Eisenberg? Do I really, man? I mean, I don't think I do. But hey, I don't know. You know, I didn't think I ever had a country accent, and then I went up to Canada, and they thought I was from Texas. When the truth is, I'm not from Texas. I'm from Louisiana, actually. And so I'm not from Texas, but I understand why they thought that. All right, I got you. Who get this? All right. Hold on, man. All right, so watching FRED and LST. CRON. TLRY. Making the list for you right now, man. TNXP. OSTK. CLDR. I'm making it right here for you who get this. So just give me a second, man. CLDR. ARWR. Really, I'm just looking for overextended stocks that I can short. MNKD. The list was a little slow, so I'm just kind of using some stuff from last week. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so here's my list who get this. This is basically what I'm watching today. Let me post this on Twitter. But man, haters have been coming out the woodwork this weekend, guys. I get people hating on me for saying the word guys. Like literally for saying the word guys. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that got mad at me on Friday for saying guys, and then I banned him from the chat, and I'm pretty sure he created another name and wanted to look like it's other people saying it too, and so he started saying it as well. But that's fine. Anytime you do anything good, people are gonna hate on you. Oh man. Yeah, no worries. No worries to get this. I got you, man. What? Okay, there we go. All right. And I've been slacking on my Facebook action. You know, I usually try to post my watch list to Facebook and Twitter, but I've been slacking on that lately. So if you've been trying to get in touch with me on Facebook, it's probably not the best idea. I don't check it that often. Also, we got to see where Mitch is at, man. Let's give Mitch a call. I didn't ban him. So I really didn't ban him, Seven. I just put him in timeout for like 300 seconds is all I did. I'm too nice to ban people. You know? Like, I just put him in timeout for like 300 seconds, and I think he got all butthurt and left. And then decided to create a fake YouTube account and post the same thing, pretending like it wasn't him. You know? And maybe this is just in my head. And maybe I'm just making it a bigger deal, but right, for sure, David. I mean, a lot of it comes from insecurity. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I don't even know if I've ever left like a really mean comment on somebody's channel. You know, like I really don't think I've ever done that. If I don't like somebody's channel, I just don't watch it. I think you got to be pretty insecure to go around leaving bad comments on people's channel, you know, and it just because it's just an insecure thing to do. And, you know, people that aren't really self-aware, they don't understand that. And so they just go around just hating on people when the truth is it makes them look insecure, man, you know? And so like, I don't leave hate on anybody's channel. Like I'm not, you know, if I don't like your channel, I'm just not going to watch you. I may even hit the dislike button, but I'm not going to leave you a comment and tell you how much I hate you. You know? What's up, Mr. Charts? How you doing, man? Hey, everybody tell Mr. Charts is Todd. Everybody tell Todd he has to take a trade today. I mean, I don't want to say he has to. Don't think I'm trying to force him to. But Mr. Charts' problem has been that he can't pull the trigger. He can't click the buy button. And we got to encourage him to actually take the trade. You know, because he's never going to do it if he doesn't take the trade. You know, I don't know which trade to take. I'm not saying force trades, Mr. Charts. I'm just saying we got to get you past that barrier that we were talking about, man. Same thing with me, except instead of actually taking the trade, I need to do that with bigger sizing. I just need to learn to just take the larger sizing. Appreciate it, Tradester. Yeah, man, Tradester, I saw you leave me a comment that said, do live videos or something like that, man. And I don't think I responded, but I wanted to just say I do, like every day. Every weekday, man. But yeah, Mr. Charts, man, you got this, man. Just take the trade. You got it, brother. You're a good trader. Here's Mitch. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, brother? Hold on a second, man. All right, we got Mitch here on the stream.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Money Mondays. Money Mondays. I'm excited, ready to go. Hey, guys, I just want to let you guys know I wasn't able to put up my review. I'm still going to be able to put it up. I just been so busy this weekend, but I was able to finish the day yesterday, or on Friday, I mean, green. That way that so much that my account is now in the net positives. We're in the 43 up. $43 up. So starting today at buying power of 80,043. So let's start building this account, man.
Yes, sir. We got this, man.
Got over that first day. About a week ago, I took a pretty good hit on a Friday, and since then I just been focusing on getting back to what we're good at. And that way we've been able to not only make up the loss, but now we're in the net positives. So looking forward to continuing to increase size and take bigger risks, but just try to stick to the trade. Execution's the key here.
Yes, sir, man. And we got it, man. I mean, just like Mr. Charts has to work on actually taking the trade, I got to work on using bigger sizing today. I'm going to go for 400 shares. I didn't want to bring it up over the weekend because I don't want to bring it up and then back out like I have before. And so let's just go for it today, man. Like if I have to buy another account, that's fine.
For Mr. Charts, I say, if you can't take a trade, if you're having trouble with that, it sounds dumb, but sometimes pay commissions, take one share. You're not going to lose any money. You're just going to be able to get in a trade, get out of a trade. You're going to pay the commissions. You're not going to make money. But at the end of the day, you're going to be able to at least get the stress off that you can click the button. Yep. One of the biggest things you don't want to get to is where the point is where your mind is literally causing you so much emotion that you're not able to focus on your actual trading. So that's what's happening here, and that he's just kind of being too emotional. So take the emotions out of it, put one share, know that you're not going to lose regardless if the stock goes up $1 million or down $1 million. It's not happening today, so you're going to be fine. Just take one share, take your trade, nail a good executed trade to your strategy, build that confidence, and then go right back to where you were, taking your swings with your newfound confidence again.
Right, for sure, man. I mean,
you got to just get back in the swings of things,
Right, for sure. I mean, Todd, man, you're a good trader, brother. Like, once you get a good string of wins together, you'll be more confident, man. But I got the same problem. Like, I have to work on using bigger sizing, too, so it's nothing to be, like, worried about. Like, every trader has that problem to a certain extent,
All right, let's look around top list. I gotta have some work to catch up on. All right, what we got here? Let's see. ECYT.
Yeah, the market's actually looking pretty terrible. Fred is tradable. That's the biggest stock I'm watching is Fred, F-R-E-D. But aside from like Fred and the cannabis stocks, TLRY, CRON, CGC, stuff like that, like nothing else really looks good.
ECT, ECYT here. That's interesting. It was making pretty good down moves.
Oh yeah, this one doesn't look
now
bad.
Now gapping right back up. Could just fail out through the open,
right.
Or get above that 2050 and really start trying to make this move back up there to
right.
the 2088.
And it's tradable.
Next resistance. And it's tradable. Yeah, exactly. That's the key.
Right.
All right, so I like that one.
So yeah, I have
on the side.
I'm gonna be watching GERN, GERN again. GERN has consistently kind of faded. I've seen this one do the VWAP fade every day.
Yep.
For a while. And so if I'm gonna watch that one for sure as well.
IPAS. This stock is one to watch out if it can get to 3 and reject there. That's kind of what I would want to see. I'd want to see this stock break out today. You seen it broke out on the 23rd and broke out on the 29th. That daily chart, if it gets above that 239, You should get a nice push, trying to push up there to the threes. I really don't think it can get past that resistance, as you see it pretty big there on the daily. But on IPAS, I definitely think this stock could have a little surge today and then fail down there, guys. I'm not going to be watching it at the open, but we'll keep an eye on it on the side.
Yep. And also, MNKD. I'm watching it. It's a little. I don't want to think. I mean, I'm watching it down to maybe that 170 level just to see if it can drop that low. Maybe take a larger share scalping position on this one. But I don't know. It's just another one I'm watching. Here we go. Yeah, let me know if you guys see anything else, man. I'm just trying to ARCX. What's up, Cool? What? Cool? What happened, man? Yeah, Cool. Actually, Cool. You think Cool said, want to hear a funny story? My intro package for Tefts started on Friday, and he lost it the same day, and he's trying to open up another intro account with them, but doubt he will be approved. I think you can open up two. Um, you know,
Yeah, you can open up too. If you lost it that quickly, you should just maybe check your share size. Maybe you're swinging way too hard. Um, if you definitely if it was just a bad play, then you can just let it go. But you got
hey,
to take a look at it.
hey, hold it down, Mitch. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so I would cut share size probably by half if that's what happened to you. If you lost it in one day, cut your share size by half. See how you do with that share size until you get a couple of wins. Then you can start sizing up. You don't want to oversize. I'm seeing Riot on here, guys, and Riot, it had made a run before, and I knew this was gonna fail eventually, and it failed pretty hard throughout the last couple days. You know, on Friday that was a good drop. We just missed it. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful drop. All right, so Teo, Taho. Let's check that out. All right, I like the way it ran on Friday. So let's see what happened. Okay, these are the stocks I like to see. So what we see is a run at at the into the close, and then we're gonna see another gap up. It's a little bit too far extended there, guys. So what I want to see on this one is a hard washout. It's probably gonna come into these areas at 284 there, guys. We're gonna see if it's gonna come through and get down to this 277. You got to use levels here, guys. Really use your levels on TAHO. I actually like this stock. We'll be taking a watch on this. What I'm hoping for is it washing through that 290 pretty hard, bouncing off a 282. Then we'll look for a big bounce to get above that 290 and then be able to hold off of near $3. This stock, if it stays in the $3 range, like 290s, could bounce up and get above those threes, but I definitely will keep an eye on it now. Um, Mr. Hankey, I mean, from what I know, you can always get two. And for some reason, if you can't, you can always find, a nice loved one maybe or something like that. But there's other accounts we can get you into. Any other stock you guys want to keep looking at? well. I feel like I always will say guys, so we'll work on it, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna stress it. More looking at trades and worrying about executing trades. All right, CENX guys, CENX. Watching CENX. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if this stock can get back over 12.
All right, I'm back.
That's going to be the real interesting. I'm going to look to see if it can reject that 1224 mark.
TAHO. Anything else y'all watching?
Yeah, TAHO and also CENX. I want this stock to kind of fake long at the open, then come crashing down. The daily has a nice move that can make a push towards this 1107.
For sure.
What we want to do is see it try to push up and get back to the support of 1224. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to reject that and come right back down through the 12s with some good volume. So I'll keep that one on the side.
For sure. All right, so let's go over the news real quick. First one I'm looking at is FRED, probably the best looking one. I think this one was an acquisition. I read something about it this morning. So actually, let's see. So Fred Inc. Lagging a little bit. It's time for me to buy a new laptop, man.
How about we just build you a desktop, bro?
I got a desktop. My desktop works fine. It's just about my laptop. I just need a new laptop. I'm using a 5-year-old Asus laptop that I swear it's like half a foot thick. This thing is like huge, man. It's an old gaming laptop from 5 years ago, but it works. But man,
yeah, we got you on those screens. Just get you another graphics card, and you won't even need it. Right. Maybe get you one more screen.
Right, for sure.
Get the full setup.
Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm planning on. I was talking to Manny about it, but I'm planning on. All right, I might have to just look up my. I'm gonna have to look.
Nice 27-inch.
Well, no, I have two 27-inch monitors right now. I have two 20. Yeah, I got two 27 inches, and then I have a 22 one that Manny gave me.
Okay, so maybe one more 22 or 24.
Right, like
with that one.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. I was either gonna get another 22, or I might buy 3 or 2 other 22s and put 3 on top, 2 at the bottom.
You should think about putting those like maybe get another one of the same of the 22. Put a 2 in the middle. You can flip one upside down, take away screen. So you have like a nice middle section, and then 2 big screens on your right hand side.
For sure.
Right and left.
That's a good idea. But yeah,
the small screens are good for just one screen trading, and then the big screens you can use for scanners and different charts.
Exactly. So yeah, let's go over the news real quick. Market opens up in 8 minutes, so let's try to finish this real quick. So FRED is up because it acquired pharmacy files on Walgreens. Or Walgreens acquired the pharmacy files for FRED for $165 million, and that's making it push up here. So that's interesting. I'll have to look a little bit more into that. But the next one I'm looking at is ECYT, gapping up from 1696 to 1968. The FDA accepted the radiographic progression-free survival. And they accepted it as another alternative endpoint for their trial in their biodrug that works with prostate cancer patients. And so, it's a little bit confusing of a press release, but Yeah, they basically accepted quote unquote radiographic progression free survival as a different alternative endpoint for their testing, I guess. And so yeah, ECYT gapping up some. That's interesting. It does have to do with FDA, so maybe a little bit stronger of a catalyst. Next one I'm gonna look at is OSTK. These are probably up on momentum, GERN and CRON. And so probably just up on momentum here. So let's look at OSTK. See why it's gapping up from 26 to 27.30, gapping up about $1.30. Let's see. Overstock.com. I don't even know anybody that uses Overstock.com though. I'm not saying people don't. I've just never used them. So the reason Overstock is up is because an analyst at Maxim Group assumed coverage on the stock and they gave it a buy rating at $75 price target. That's so ridiculous, man. They can come out and just say they're going to put a price target of $1,000 a share on a $10 stock and it would make it go up. It's silly, Anyways, moving on. That's OSTK. And really that's it. I mean, we have some other ones. ARWR had big moves, but I don't really see anything that's up on actual momentum, and so I'm probably just going to stop there. Let's catch back up on the chat. Good morning, Jamie. I don't know, live gains. I don't like shorting cheap stocks like NLST just because, I think they have less room. So I don't really short stocks, especially stocks under 50 cents. It's just, I don't know. I'll consider it, but I probably won't do it. Walgreens Walgreens bought Fred's. That makes more sense. Okay, so that makes more sense. Jason, Walgreen Boot Alliance announces that it acquired pharmacy files from Fred's. Yep. TAHO only has room until 316. Fred is tradable. So at least Fred is tradable for me. What? Are you serious, man? I am so aggravated right now. They literally removed Fred right now, dude. They took Fred off of here. Like, this was the only one I liked today, man. Like, are you serious? Like, they deleted it from their library. Like, now I can't trade it. They literally put this one on restriction. Like,
let it go.
I know, man, but dude, this is like the only one I was looking at. It looked like a great short, and I can't short it now.
It is, but it has some strength, The stock could go long. One of the key things that I'm seeing on this stock is that the next resistance is at 2090. So it look like we're going to test that. We're going to break through, I say, the threes and go up to that 329 level or 326. That's what the level that I would look for it to kind of fade out from. But from there, it can go up to 357, get into a halt and keep going. Definitely a stock to watch. And as you said, if it's an acquisition, it could just start getting some good price action and really start lifting up there.
Right. I mean, now the only stock I like is ECYT. Like, none of them, maybe the cannabis stocks, but they've been a little unpredictable. But man, like, I've never seen them actively remove a stock like that. Like, it was tradable this morning. I checked it out. This was honestly the first one I looked at because this was the only one that's actually gapping up in an overextended way. Maybe ECYT, but this is like obviously the main one that I was watching, and the fact that they removed it is just frustrating. I mean, honestly, to their credit, they rarely ever do this. This is actually the first time I've ever seen them do this. But it's one of the most frustrating things. Like, that's the main stock I was watching.
Well, I'm going to be watching GERN to come up and try to test that 620, then fade down. Above that, I'll just wait for it to fade. We're going to be watching ECYT out the open, and of course also TAHO. I think that's also a good possibility there.
Maybe down to like 260, 250 for TAHO.
Yep.
Is it tradable? Have we checked it?
I haven't checked it. Let me
All
see.
right, let's look. ECYT is tradable. Cron, tradable. TLRY, tradable. NLST.
TAHO,
Tahoe
TAHO tradable.
is tradable. Fred is not. Man. TNXP is
IP,
tradable. OSTK tradable.
yes.
MNKD is tradable.
IPAS isn't. IPAS isn't.
Yeah.
I think that
ARWR.
stock could have a run.
I'm looking at ARWR as well because this one's overextended some from its 1360 lows on Thursday and it's up
All
to
right, so
$20.
ECYT guys is already doing the breakdown right there. There's 38,000 guys. It's doing it right before guys. So be careful with this one. It could just flush down and tank on you, but the spread is way too open there, guys. So be careful with that. I'm also gonna keep on watch, guys. AOBC, guys. AOBC. The key levels on that stock are 1411 and 1503 or 1510 actually.
There's also FTEK. It's most likely not tradable, but that's another one. But yeah, I'm watching ARWR as well just because it's a little extended from last week. But man, how ridiculous, man. I can't believe that.
That's how it goes, buddy. You know,
Yeah.
I don't stress it really. There's always going to be another play.
Right,
You
for
just
sure.
have to go ahead and just focus in and find the best play. Remember, we don't find the play in pre-market. We find it at the open.
There's the bell. All right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope Fred goes up now just because I want to short it, and if it drops and looks really weak, I'm gonna be pretty upset because I really wanted to short it. There's OSTK just tanking there. I gotta be careful with these cannabis stocks. They're really tricky to trade.
Yep. I have to agree.
And I can't help but want to watch Fred right now. Alright, OSTK dropped all the way down to 2650, filled about half the gap, and then bounced back some. I guess I'm watching ECYT is probably my main watch.
Take it easy, buddy.
Tahoe as well. Oh no, I'm good.
There's GERN, guys, approaching that 620 I told you guys, and it's breaking out above it right now. If you guys see on the chart, the next known resistance after 620s is going to be all the way up to 650. So watch the momentum on this stock. ECYT there.
Yep.
Boom.
Watching ECYT.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about shorting that first pop at 1955s, but it just wasn't the strategy there. So I didn't want to take that risk.
Right, for sure.
But look at that washout, guys.
Yeah,
This is the stock that, look, that's money right there, guys. Slam down. I had that feeling on this stock. This is kind of stock that if you do get kind of those instinctual moments, don't be afraid of using like a 4th share size or something like that. But we see 1920 as the potential entry here.
Kind of watching AFMD here too. Yeah, I'm looking at 1920s. Man, the spread is just too crazy on it though. There's no way I'm taking that.
I'll just wait. If it comes to the VWAP, I'll take it.
And not if the spread's like 30 cents like it was. I'm going to let it test some.
Yep. Just calm your order down. If anything, you can size into it. Give it a little chance here.
Right.
It did pop up there. I did have my order out there at 1916, but it didn't fill me. It only went up to 1909. I would have liked to have gotten that fill.
There goes
I could have been able to take some.
Cron completely washing here. Gonna look for a bounce back on Cron too. looking at
Yeah,
Cron and
we missed it.
ECY2.
We missed it on ECYT.
I mean, the spread
That
was so
was
gnarly.
beautiful.
I know, but it was about a 30-40 cent spread when it was up there. It didn't
Yeah, it's the
linger.
risk to reward though. You gotta just consider the risk to reward. I think it was still playable.
I'm liking Cron right here. I'm gonna take Cron right here with the risk of. Hold on, let me see if I can jump in real quick. Yeah, I'm in with 100 shares short on Cron. Risk of 1230, 1232 maybe.
What's your entry?
1222.
22. All right. I'm looking for more like
15.
26s on that.
Let's see if we get a little bit better drop here. I like this drop.
Yeah, I like that quick flush for you.
Mm-hmm. Give it some
I would look
time.
to maybe take some at 12.10.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just letting this work. I'm planning to add some if it bounces back. Let's see if we get a low of the day crack is ultimately what I want to see here, though. Obviously.
Yeah, I'd be taking some. Oh, look at that quick flush for you. Maybe take some here near 12. You're
Yep.
gonna get a
All
little
right, I got
bounce.
half out there, 50 shares. I'm gonna let the rest
Nice,
work.
nice, good work, brother. Good work.
Hey, appreciate it.
I liked it too. Just didn't get my entry on it. You had it called out early. Good
Yeah, it
job.
was a beautiful little fade there. I don't really like this movement here, this big upwick, but I'll give
It's
it some
fine.
time.
No stress. You remember you already got half out. You can re-enter at 12.20s or 12.23s even.
Right, for sure.
That motion right there, that's a good wash. So what you're seeing now is the bounce because so many people added.
Right,
So that's why you're taking out half and now willing to increase your size with the right control.
right.
I didn't get enough bounce there on ECYT there, guys. Already heading down and probably going to flush down through the 1822s there. Boom. Flush down through.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful little fade there.
Yeah, man. This was definitely a stock that I felt that I should have taken my shot. I just got off of it by 8 cents. Had an order out at 1916. Just never could go up there for me.
There's 18s here. I'm going to set my stop for this one, 18, get out for a small win. Look to get in something else, maybe.
Yeah. I still even like it. It still looks good.
Right. I mean, maybe I'll give it a little bit longer. I'll give it up to
But
the
it's
VWAP.
good.
I mean, it just
I think
squeezed
it's
back up here. I could add my 50 shares back, get back in with 100 shares.
I would look to add, but only add at VWAP. So
Right.
12.23, risking off of 26. So you're risking your ad about 3 to 4 cents. You can risk off of 27 if you want to be a little safe.
Right.
And then that, I think that's a good plan there. That's how you do the ad there. Tao, TAHO.
Gurn
That
looking
just
strong, too.
that wasn't that bad. It just didn't give me enough bounce there. Yeah, Garen going for that 650 move, guys. Look at that thing. All right, time to drink some coffee, focus in, and make a nice trade.
Yeah. All right, it's up to 20. I'm going to add my 50 shares back here. Oh, wait. The order's out. What? Ugh. Let's see. Alright, so I just added the 50 shares back. I'm back in with 100 shares. Looking for it to topple back down here. Hold this area as resistance. Gonna set the 1226 level as my risk. If there's the squeeze up, I gotta be careful here.
Yep, there goes the full move for ECYT. It's trying to crack through the 18s here. If it bounces up here about like to 75s, doesn't get to that VWAP, I might get somewhere in there.
I gotta watch CRON close right here.
Yeah, I see that.
The big thing here.
Definitely would hold if you see anything closing up there past 27 now.
Right. I mean, the big thing here is I'm trying to take a larger gain out of this one.
I
You
don't
know.
find it wrong for you to add there. You
Right.
see? Look how you get that instant down move. If I would have seen that pop, I
There we
would have
go.
jumped in at 27s. You understand why
All right.
you
I took
add there
another
now,
half
right?
off. Yeah, I just took another half off. So now I have
That's
11
my
risk.
boy. That's how you do it.
There we go.
And now what do?
I just let the
Break
rest
even
work,
on the
man.
rest.
Right. Yes,
Break
sir.
even. No
Got it.
matter what, because this could crash down and end up down at $11 today, and you're more than willing to take that.
All right.
Here's those 18 breaking down on CTYT. Let's see if we get a nice bounce here to like about like 1850s, and then I could look to get in there, but it looks like it's gone. There you go, guys. It's gone. Definitely, I'll call that one a miss. I'm gonna hold that chart down, let it go, but I'm gonna call that one a miss there. Good chart there. Just wasn't able to capitalize there.
All right. I'm getting close to exiting here. If it bounces up to 18 or 19, I'm just gonna jump out. Hey, appreciate the subscribe, whoever subbed. I appreciate the subscribe. Hold on, let me see who that was. Give me a second, I'll check. I'm just trying to manage this trade. If it pushes up anymore, it's break even. All right, damn it, man. This thing never fails me when I try to get out. 19, 20.
What's your break-even price?
21. So it's right around there. That's why I'm holding it close here.
There you go. You could even hold to like 22 or 23. That's fine. 1 cent is not a big deal. It's just creating it above that.
All right, I'm out for 1250 gain, and then it sweeps back down. But man, I mean, hey, that was
That sweep is gonna make you. But
yeah,
look here.
yeah.
There's
See,
some volume coming in there.
that's why I got
So
out.
there's where you get out. Anyways,
Right.
the 23s. So not a bad trade.
No,
Not
it
a
was a
bad
good
trade
trade.
at all, brother. You're able to take half out both times and set yourself up for a big win.
Right. Just didn't
I'd
work
rather
out.
do that.
Small
I'd
gain.
rather do that anytime.
Right. I mean, it didn't work out. Small gain, though, but I'll take that gain. I'm happy with it.
CENX, guys, is looking good on the upside. Let's see what happens here. It's going to hold here around 1206 levels and swing back above and rip through 1215s, or if it's going to crack down through 12s.
And honestly, I really don't mind Cron here. The risk to reward's really good because you could set your risk at this 1228 level, 1227, and you know your potential reward could be down here at 1206. So pretty good risk to reward here. Also, look at ARWR, maybe pulling back to the VWAP to fade some. It's a little overextended on the longer term charts, like a 5-minute chart. Also, TAHO is kind of fading a little bit. I don't really like the gap up in the volume, but TAHO. And ECYT looking for a possible pullback to the VWAP there. Appreciate the sub, DV and M Johnson. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome. Appreciate the subscribes. Mitch, look at ARWR.
I'm watching CRON right there. Reject.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The risk to reward's pretty good. 1226, 1227 risk. Reward at least at 1210. 1205.
I'm watching CENX also, guys, on the long side more.
And ARWR pulling back to the VWAP here, and it's pretty extended on the daily chart. Watching that one too. Fred may be doing a little VWAP fade. It was a tiny gain. I made like 13 bucks on this trade, but I gave myself the potential to make much more than that. And so I followed my plan down to a T, and that's what I'm happy with. I definitely would have liked a little bit larger sizing, but hey, I went for it, tried to follow the trade plan. And, it's not going to work out every time, and so I'm happy with my small gain.
All right, let's see if this rejects here. Those 27s or 30s on a bounce here, and I'll just short it.
On Kron?
Yep. So it needs to reject on an attempt to break out. That's what I want to see.
I'm really looking at ARWR as well, although the volume's a little low. And there goes Fred, tanking. There it goes, man. I mean, here's the thing.
I didn't get enough tests of that 25 for me to enter. If it would have just bounced even to 25 and then rejected on the level 2s, I was going to short it.
Right. It looks good, man. And, the second VWAP fade was nice as well. It's just, I had to follow my plan,
It's the full pattern, though. What it is that sometimes it's okay. You got to consider what your realized gain is. If you have enough house money, you could have risked a little bit more.
Right.
But I think you took the trades with 100 shares, right?
Yep.
So with that being said, that caused you not to be able to stay in the trade.
Right. Got to use a little bit larger. Look at FRED, VWAP rejecting here.
All right, looking at CENX here, guys, rejecting those 12s here, guys. So I can't short it here because the bounce is immediately to 1210. But I want to see if it's going to be able to get through, probably come down to 1195s, and then bounce here. So either way, I think this stock is going to either make a little long move here or a breakdown. So I'm watching that stock.
Yeah, I mean, look at the VWAP projection on Fred, man. Beautiful VWAP projection. Also, CRON is kind of forming a little wedge here. It's starting to get narrower and narrower. As it's getting closer, and so it's kind of getting wedged in between 1210 and the VWAP at 1222, and so it looks interesting here. It may squeeze in either direction though, but watching that one. Also, keeping an eye on Overstock, OSTK. Although this thing did just completely fill this entire gap down, and the first VWAP fade on Overstock looked beautiful, but I didn't take advantage of it. But watching Overstock as well, if it pulls back to the VWAP, may be interesting here. And still watching ECYT for a possible pullback to the VWAP at 1870 with the risk at 1890. 20-cent risk, big reward. So watching those two as well.
All right, watching CENX and CRON here, guys. Another rejection there, but not really breaking down.
Hey, look at MNKD. So Corey, remember what I said yesterday about the VWAP bounce, about kind of my hypothesis on this, and my thesis basically is that when it opens up underneath the VWAP and it breaks over the VWAP and then pulls back for the bounce, exactly what MNKD did. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the VWAP bounce. Beautiful example of it. There goes Kron. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, 7. I don't know anybody that's ever used it, man. Like, I've never used it before. So I don't know how Overstock has. I mean, it's not a super expensive stock, but yeah, MNKD pulling back down to the VWAP at around $1, or around $1.95 actually.
I'm also watching GERN, guys.
GERN. Yeah, it's been
Mm-hmm.
running. Also, man, I wanted to thank everybody that went through my link, that signed up through TradeNet and went through my link. I really appreciate it. That's one of the ways, we help keep this this stream and everything for free. And so I appreciate everybody that actually took the time to go through my link. Yeah, you see me, Corey. That's right, man. I'm telling you, brother, look, that I don't think my thesis is off here with the VWAP bounce. Whenever it opens up underneath the VWAP, breaks over it at that first push, and then bounces up the VWAP. I think that thesis is pretty legit. I haven't back tested it as much as I want to, Corey, but it looks plausible, man. Like, look at MNKD here. If you look at MNKD, break above the VWAP, pull back down, beautiful bounce all the way up. Looks good. I'm gonna have to test this a little bit more, but it looks like a good kind of, it looks plausible. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in signing up through TradeNet, the back to school sale is over, but you can still get 20% off an intro package, and so I think you can get it for $3.99 if you go through my link. And so here you go. I'll post the link here. If you're interested in signing up to TradeNet, you can go through my link. We make a small commission from it, but it's one of the ways we help support this channel and keep our live streams for free. And besides, it does get you either 20% or 10% off a TradeNet package. And so if you're interested in signing up, there's the link in the chat. Like I said, I appreciate it if you go through our link. It does help support this channel, so we really appreciate it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that signed up through my link. I got a bunch of signups in the last week, and so really appreciate it. It's a really nice way to help support the channel.
All right, guys, gonna be watching GERN here closely. Also CRON and CENX.
I knew you were about to say that one. I'm looking at it for that VWAP projection. Honestly, I'm mad at, like I said, I like TradeNet. TradeNet's probably my favorite broker right now. But the biggest problem is that some stocks aren't tradable. And like, just to be transparent about it, and so people don't think I'm trying to rip them off, like the biggest problem I have with them is that some stocks aren't tradable. And the main example of that today is FRED. If you look at FRED, look at this little VWAP projection here, Mitch. Man, beautiful VWAP projection right here. Maybe even another one here. And so kind of mad about that. Yeah, the VWAP bounce is legit, man, and it's something I've been working on lately. I've been working on back testing it, but I have my little theses about it. Like, right, like MNKD is one of them, right? One of my theses is that when the stock opens up below the VWAP, like if the stock opens up the next morning below the VWAP and then breaks through the VWAP, like crosses over it on the first push, if it's a bullish push on the first push at the open, and then pulls back and pulls back to the VWAP, I think it's a little bit more accurate. Like I said, I'm not completely finished back testing it, but that's one of the things I've noticed with the VWAP bounce, and so I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more.
All right, if CENX here, guys, bounces to 1201 or 12. I'll get filled. I put an order out right here just in case it bounces up at 12.
Cron?
No, CENX.
Oh, okay.
GERN, guys, look for a breakout here, guys. I kind of missed it already, guys. I would have maybe gone long right there at 32s and 33s and risked off at 27.
How do I add the pink lines? You mean the red lines? For the red lines on Thinkorswim, you just go to the little money sign with the line underneath it, and that's like a support and resistance line. I can just double click and draw as many as I want. I'll be right back, Mitch. Hold the stream down.
All right, guys. Monthly TradeNet only costs you $15. And it just take it out of your account, so you don't have to pay it. Paying attention to CRON here, guys. It could do a level 2 breakdown here through the 1207s. But we're going to keep a close eye on it, guys. There's the 1207, guys, slamming through there. Some sizing going through there. There you go, guys. There's the breakdown, guys. Boom. Through the 12s. And down, right back down, guys. You saw how I gave you that chance to jump in there at 12s again?
Oh, look at
I
Kron,
almost
man.
took it, guys.
Whoa.
I almost took it, guys. I almost took that 12 bounce. So I was looking for the bounce in the 1209s. You could have got that bounce right there. Right before it crashes, it tends to crash a little bit, bounce for a second, and then crashes right back down. I almost took 1203s.
I know, man. I honestly, looking at this though, I got to give myself a little bit looser stops. Like I got to just let I gotta follow the chart a little bit more. And the big thing, I have to get in. I have to wait a little bit longer before I jump in. I think I'm getting in too early. And so when I get in that early, I don't, my average isn't the best. And so I think if I had a better average, I would have been able to hold through this and ride this down, But yeah, CENX for a VWAP projection, baby here. Doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I'm looking for a little bit more. We can get up here just a tiny bit more here.
He says, no, I'm legit talking about the pink lines. You mean the purple line? What pink? Somebody help me out. What pink lines is he talking about? Are you talking about the purple line here?
Yeah, I think he's talking about your VWAP line.
Oh, that's the VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price.
GERN, guys. Like I said, that move right there in 32s, 33s was beautiful there, guys. Small risk for the move to the 42s, taking some at 41, 42, and then look for the 650 move.
On GERN?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
might get in here on CENX, guys. Looking for a little bit more here, guys. Probably a move to 12 and then rejecting down. So let's see what we get right here.
Somebody asked how much is TradeNet monthly. So TradeNet is similar to a prop firm. And so basically you buy one of their packages, which is like an educational package. In my case, I spent $500 on the intro package. And with that, they give me $14K in buying power, and I have a $700 max loss. And so my max loss is $13,300. If my account goes under that, they close it down. And any profit over the original $14K they give you, there's a 70-30 profit split. And so if I bring it up to $15K, I keep $700, they keep $300. Platform is $15 a month, and commissions are extremely cheap. They're 0.006 cents a share. And so it's roughly about $3 for a round trip if I'm using 250 shares or less. It's $3 in and out altogether, only $3. And so really cheap. But yeah, they're a decent broker. Biggest problem is that some stocks are not tradable, specifically cheaper penny stocks, just because the volume usually isn't there. And so, for instance, if you only like to trade really cheap penny stocks under $1, it might not be the best broker for you. But for me, there's a lot of shorts available. I can short anything that's actually tradable on there. And decent platform, a lot of shorts, cheap commissions. It's kind of the perfect broker for me. But I like trading stocks in between, $2 and $30. And so it all just depends. But I like, it's a decent broker for me. If you have questions about it, you can go through my link and ask them questions and send them a message. You don't necessarily have to sign up. You can just send them a message through my link if you want. But yeah, I'll post the link one more time. But yeah, go check it out. Appreciate everybody who signs up through our link. So Jacob, to go through my link, I think it's $3.99. So it's $3.99 for an intro package, so that's 20% off. And I think for all the other packages, my link still gets you 10% off the other packages. But for the main package, it's 20%. Or for the intro package, it's 20%, yeah. It's $3.99. No, I'm not on a demo. I'm on the intro package funded account. Look at Kron right back up to the VWAP here. Looks interesting. I don't know if I like it, but it looks interesting. What do you think on Kron, Mitch? Look at this.
Yeah, I'm watching CDC also for rewrite reject.
Oh, you're watching what?
CGC.
Oh yeah, CGC. Another cannabis stock. I don't
Yeah.
like the pattern as much on that one. Just because it's putting in higher lows technically. Where it's like Kron is putting in lower lows and just bouncing back to the VWAP. CGC is putting in higher lows at that 51, 56
Yeah,
level.
it's still holding pretty well. You see, they're still holding right there.
There's also ARWR. Oh, look at ARWR, man. This is one I was watching earlier. Like I said, it's a little bit extended on the longer time frame charts, like the daily or the 5 minute. Look at ARWR pulling back to the VWAP really nicely here. I'm really tempted to take, a small position here on ARWR. Looks like a nice little fade, and then I can use the previous bounce right here as the risk at 1977. This could be my risk area. So giving me, at this point, it would give me about a 10-cent risk. Potential reward would at least be down here at 1940. And so 27 reward, 10-cent risk, better than 2 to 1,
All
almost
right,
3
I
to
have
1.
a starter on CENX, guys. Starter at 96 there. 500 shares. Looking to add a little bit more, closer to 12. But if it just crashes here, I'll just hold my 96.
Jacob, so the back to school sale got you $100 off. So it wasn't $100, it got you $100 off. And I basically have the same sale going on right now through my link. The main sale, like with TradeNet's main page, is done, but you could still get 20% off going through my link, and so it's still the same price that it would have been for the sale through my link. But it's only through these links. I don't think you can get it from the main site, 20% off through the main site anymore. I think you have to go through one of their referral links.
All right, they're looking good there on CNX, guys. All right, guys, looking good here.
What's your entry?
CNX, it's 1196 here.
You want me to share your screen?
Yeah, if you want, just give me a second. Gotcha.
All right, I'm going to share Mitch's screen so you guys can see his trades.
Got it?
It's loading. Yeah, it's up.
All right. All right, guys, I'm looking for risking off of this 1205 here. Want it to come down and just break down here. I'm fine with that. If it just crashes down, I'm willing to add up here. I was trying to get 1199s, 12s. So I'm willing to add as long as it stays in this level. Kind of what I'm seeing here. So
Honestly,
I'm trying to let it come down to this level here.
have you looked at ARWR, Mitch? It's taking everything in me not to jump in this trade. It looks good. Check out ARWR if you can.
I'm looking at it now.
Good risk to reward is the really big kicker there. That makes me want to jump in.
Yeah, it's not bad. You could risk off a 71.
Right. That's what I was planning on. Or really not 71. I was planning on 75, giving myself about a 10-cent risk. It just depends on where I set my reward target. Hey, nothing wrong with that live gains, brother. Nothing wrong with bowing out, taking your green days and rolling out, man. Nice work, brother.
All right, guys, here's a move to those 92s. Let's see if we can get through the 92s and get through that 90. I'll take my first profit at 87s.
So I'm pulling up a few other charts here that people are talking about real quick. GRPN, some people talking about it. What's the other one? Tahoe. GEMP. Yeah, Tahoe did a few nice little fades there. Look at Tahoe. Faded nicely.
Yeah, Tahoe, that just didn't seem to give me enough to want to come at it. So
Right.
that's what happened there with Tahoe.
Man, I know if
Some
ARWR,
sizing jumping in there. 9,800 shares. They're going through at 95.
you're good at this point, man. You're only down 1 cent.
Yeah, just kind of just keeping an eye on this one because the spread can get a little bad on this one. So CRON there, guys, is getting up there past the VWAP. Let's start seeing how it reacts up there to those 27s.
Cron is up. And let me pull up Cron real quick.
GERN, guys, is starting to break down. Let's see what happens with that. Can watch that a little bit later. Your ARWR is getting up to that VWAP.
I know, man. That's what I was saying. It's good risk to reward for ARWR, and it is a
Without a
little
doubt.
bit. It's a little bit extended on the daily chart too, and so for those reasons, it makes me want to jump in it here, just because it's such a small risk area at this point. I'll probably end up just sitting on my hands. Something I do think I do well at is I think when I have a green day, regardless of how small, I usually do really well with just kind of sitting on my hands and just not forcing anything else, letting a green day turn into a red day. Hey, Arian's World, nice work, brother. Nice work, man.
Without a doubt. I'm looking for this CENX here to continue crashing there. GERN there had some pretty bad selling pressure there, guys. Through those 32s, it just cracked down there.
I gotta use bigger sizing though, man. It's
Hey,
time.
you know it.
Out of the last 2 weeks, I've had one red day, one losing day in 2 weeks, and so I really have to. I have to do it, man. It's if I'm gonna start making gains out of this market, I have to use bigger sizing. I know I say it over and over again, but
It's just part of it, man.
it's a process, man, and it's something like I've been averaging one losing day a week for over a month now, and so I just got to be able to take advantage of it, actually make some money. I got to use bigger sizing, even if I lose this account, even if I go for it and it goes the wrong way. I still gotta do it.
Without a doubt. That ARWR, that's getting interesting over there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just in CNX, so
Right.
just trying to see what's going to happen here, if it's going to crack these 94s and head to those 92s here.
I mean, you got a tight risk at 12 for CE and
Yeah,
X.
that's exactly what I'm risking off of. That's why I'm staying in the trade, guys. I'll just see what happens here. I already took my trade here. GERN, man, I told you. Look at that.
Looking weak, man. Super weak.
Look at that. Look at the 620s.
I know, man. I know, Shrew, but that's the problem, man, is that I really want to use bigger sizing, but I have that fear, man. I have that trading fear, man. And that's why I said I know I say it all the time, but my trading has been too good lately to use 100 shares. Like I have to do it.
Look at ARWR.
Don't remind me, bro. My trade idea was correct though, and so even if it does exactly what I wanted it to, my confidence will be a little bit better because of it. So it's fine.
Got to be careful here with CENX, guys.
Yep, that's right, D-Lo. Here, you're still good in the trade. It's still at the VWAP, man. So just
Yep.
even
Just
if you wanted
relax.
to give it, even if you wanted to give it to 1202, 1202 or 1203, like that would be. I don't think that would be unreasonable either.
1201's my limit, max.
Ugh.
All right.
ARWR doing exactly what I wanted it to.
All right, gotta be careful here. There's 12s. Now I'm just looking at the time and sales to see if anything rolls through at 12. Anything
Exactly.
rolls through at 1201, I will just get out.
Yeah, it's not I don't think it's a bad trade necessarily. I think you still got a little bit of room, but I understand keeping it pretty tight here.
Just 1201s,
It's getting right close there.
12s.
Yeah, I mean, TradeNet's a pretty good deal, man. There's
Wow,
1202.
guys. And that's what
Hey,
I look for.
don't
Make
worry
me
about it,
move
brother.
on.
Hey, in the grand scheme of things, Mitch, you took a 500 share position and lost 6 cents a share, so it's nothing, brother. You're good,
Oh, I
man.
have no problem.
Right, for sure. But so Shruba, I know, man. That's the problem. Like in the past, historically, Shruba, what happens is I'll put together a really long green streak, and then I'll say, okay, I'm gonna up my sizing. Today's the day, and then I use bigger sizing, and I just get hammered. I take a huge loss, and so then it kind of kills my confidence, and I go back down to smaller sizing, put some good green streaks together, take another shot, big loss, go back down, and so I think I just need to, I just need to stick with it. Even if I take a few big losses at first, I just need to stick with it, and my trading will get me there. I just need
Mm.
to focus on it. Ugh, look at ARWR.
ARWR.
I know,
I
man.
know. That's why I was like kind of like I was eating you to take it because I couldn't. I don't like taking two trades at once, but I would have took it up there at 74s, 75s.
Right.
The risk was just too tight.
Right.
The risk was only about like 6 or 7 cents for a nice 30-cent gain
I
here.
know, man. It was beautiful.
You gotta take those trades, brother. Right there is when you should have balls up and grabbed 500 shares of that.
Right.
You know why?
Because a good risk to reward.
Yes, because 100%. If it turns against you with 500 shares and you lose a couple cents, so be it. But if it does this move right here, you'd be looking good right now, cashing in right now at 55s,
I know, man.
58s.
I'd be happy right now for sure. It's the
Yeah,
beautiful
you'd be
thing.
taking half here, half
Right.
right there at 58s. Then you look for a bounce anywhere that's underneath 70s or anywhere that's by the 70 or 71 area, you could re-add your whole share size back.
Right. And the risk
And
to it was just
that's how you got to take it, bro.
right.
That's why one of the things is as a trader is like respecting your trigger.
Right.
If you have a trigger, you should take your triggers.
Yep. 100%. Adelie saying watch tomorrow he uses 100 shares again. I'll make you guys I'm not a bet, but I
Look at him, look at him.
what?
You see, you were gonna bet us, but
No, I'm
you
not
knew
gonna
that.
bet. I don't want to bet with people on YouTube, but like I'm
Nah,
gonna
it's
use.
more like this. Yeah, just make the move, man. That's
Right.
all it is.
I appreciate Adelie doing that because it just makes me want to prove him wrong. You know what I mean? And so we'll see. We'll see who's right. Hopefully you're wrong, Adelie, but I mean, I understand why you think that way. I really do. It's been time for a while. My trading has been on point. Like I said, averaging one losing day a week in the last month and a half, and so it's time to use bigger sizing. I just got to get used to it, man. It's a slow process, especially like I got hundreds of people watching me every morning, and so it's a little bit tough. The way people work on here, like the way a lot of viewers work, is that I'll have green day after green day, and then they're silent, and then as soon as a red day comes around, everybody's telling me I'm a bad trader. They're trying to tell me everything I'm doing, and so. I think I just got to tune the noise out, use bigger sizing. If I take bigger losses, that's okay. Exactly, insurance. Exactly right. He says, it's scary, man. The more shares, the more slippage, the more MMs. Watch the bigger traders. Yep, 100%. Yeah, Tefts doesn't really have slippage. The fills are great. Ashton, get out of here, man. I mean, I won't say I'm not a gambler, but I love
All right.
poker.
I'm looking at CORN, guys. I had put an order out there at 12:05 to get filled if it bounced to the 9 EMA, but didn't get filled there. Let's see if it bounces here. Can get me filled.
And regardless of what sizing I'm taking, like, I think people can see value in Mitch and I. I think Mitch and I think we're good traders, man. And I think a majority of the time we're right, And I know I've had a positive over 50% accuracy rate every week for the last month. And I've had, out of the last 6 weeks, 5 out of them have been profitable. So,
All right. I'm short there, guys. Off of 12:10 there, guys, for Kron. If it gets to past 10, I gotta get out, guys.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I. Here, let me share your screen again. Or
All right,
share.
hold
Oh
on a
wait.
second.
Oh no, you're good. It's already shared. I just gotta pull it up.
Yeah, I gotta pull it up on the right screen here.
Okay. So
Just have
wait,
to stay off of this 12-10 level here, guys.
why is that your risk though? I would think like 12-15 maybe.
Maybe 12-12, but I think 12-10 is where. Okay, so we got this last wash. This was the last high created here. We can get a bounce here, but we want to see it wash back down here.
I do want to say this though, Mitch. You should be using either the same size as last time or smaller sizing. That's the only thing.
I compare it to the risk. It's only 5 cent risk.
Okay, that's true. You're right. I actually agree with that. You got to analyze the range and the risk, and so that makes sense.
All
Nobody
right.
look at ARWR or mention anything about it to me though. Yeah, man, there's lots of noise in the market. Man, there's lots of noise, especially when you're doing what we're doing, which is streaming our entire trades live. You know, there's a lot of noise, and there always will be, and that's fine. I actually think it makes me a better trader because, I think trading is about staying calm under pressure. And while I'm not the best at losing, I think having a lot of people watch me each morning helps me to kind of have that a little bit added pressure and get used to it, if that makes sense. And so I actually like the fact that people watch me trade, but. Look at GERN for a VWAP projection real quick. Nice little VWAP projection there.
There we go. A little bit of a wash. Let's see if we can get through this level here, guys. All right, now definitely 12-10s, guys. I got to respect that now because the wash should have happened right there. So here's 1209, guys. I'm just looking at the time and sales. Rejection. And then let's see 1210s on there. 1210s. Gotta respect that. If I see any 11s, it's 211. I'm out. Respect it, guys. That's all it is.
Don't stress it, brother.
This trade could still flush down and I could still win on it, guys.
For sure. I think
Remember,
that,
guys, I have a bigger account, so I have a bigger range that I'm willing to give, guys. I have a cushion that I have up to I'm going to 200 to 400 on the profits, guys. Last week I was up, I think about, I'm going to pull my stats, but I think about 100 something, 120. And I only traded about 3 days, so.
right. Don't worry about it, brother. It's, appreciate the sub, Paul. Appreciate the sub, Esponix. Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, don't worry about it, Mitch, man. Like, listen. I'll talk to you after the stream ends, but good trades, man. You followed your plan and you had good risk to reward, so don't worry about it. Well, if we stick to the plan, we'll be profitable, brother, so don't worry about it. Somebody's saying ARWR didn't really follow the VWAP fade. I mean, it pushed over the VWAP some, but the key here is the risk area. Like, this would have been my risk right here. Like, this area right here. This 12, I guess, 1280 would have been my risk. Or not 1280, maybe 1285, 1282. And so if you use those levels as your risk, it never broke over those. It really never got over 1276. And so it's technically, I'd call this a VWAP fade, especially this one here. But, it did it close enough for me to want to jump into it.
Yeah, I might have gotten faked out by a penny here, but I'm just hanging tight.
That's right. Shruba says makes you more genuine too because everyone sees your wins and losses, so no BS. 100%, man. And that's kind of what we try to do here. We let people watch us trade live. We can't hide anything, I had somebody tell me that I could hide stuff, but because there's a 30-second lag on the stream, but I don't really know if I could. I guess it's still possible, but it's pretty unlikely that we're going to be able to, fake what we're doing with a 30-second delay, but it's still possible, I guess.
See what
Exactly,
happens here
insurance.
up here with this 18 here, guys. This 18 level. Let's see what happens on CRLN.
Somebody's saying GEMP is our setup. Maybe a VWAP projection here. I still think it looks a little bit too bullish and a little bit too scary to risk on this one. Big reversal into the VWAP though. You could set your
Which
risk.
one?
GEMP.
All right. Well, GEMP is kind of like a breakdown reversal, so I don't really like these.
Yeah, it's too bullish
It's
still.
not my type. Not my type of stock there.
I want to see a bigger trend change. GEMP just looks like a pullback, but who knows, man? It could get rejected here. But man, Tahoe faded multiple times. Fred going sideways. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't trade Fred. BLPH, Fahim. Yeah, KKR pushed up really nicely. BLPH. BLPH looks good too. I forgot to watch this one. I noticed this one earlier. JV says, who is complaining if you lose money? It's your money, not hurting them. Hey man, tell that to everybody else, brother. You guys would be surprised at the amount of hate I get, and it doesn't make sense because it's like Mitch and I are giving away like, what we consider valuable info for free. Even if we're not profitable traders, we're still letting people watch us trade for free. We're not charging people for stuff. And so I think people, like I said, I think people get insecure and it makes them feel better to criticize others. And so I think that's kind of the toxic environment that you find yourself in on social media, is that people just get insecure and it makes them feel better to criticize other people. Now, I don't mind constructive criticism, especially if it's like an established member of our stream that's been here for a while. I really don't mind constructive criticism. But a lot of times it's not constructive at all. It's just kind of hate. I appreciate the sub, Jake. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. But yeah, ARWR was the trade of the day that I missed. ECYT had a few little fades too. Oz, sometimes I trade ETFs, specifically when I trade ETFs usually when the SPY and the overall market is really volatile, and I can pairs trade UVXY against the SPY and just take the opposing side of it is usually when I trade ETFs, and I've done that a lot before. But the market hasn't been volatile enough for me to really want to trade ETFs because what I usually do is pairs trade them off the SPY. And so the SPY has to be really volatile, Like I made some money pairs trading the ETF in January when we had that little mini crash. I shorted the SPY, or I went long on the SPY and kind of pairs traded it. Or I went long on ETFs going against the SPY. That's probably exactly right, insurance. And this is what people need to understand is that insurance said it's your competition that is hating on you. Folks make a living off of chat and courses. Many make a lot, and Mitch and I are a threat to those people, and that's 100% correct. We're a threat to the conventional way of doing it where people are charging people tons of money. And for the fact that we're giving a lot of info for free, I think that's threatening to them. You know what I mean? I think we're streaming, letting people be in this chat for free on YouTube, and I think that's threatening to the others that are charging people for it. And I also think that Mitch and we haven't really taken any courses, but we're profitable traders still. And so I think that in and of itself is a threat to them. And that's probably why we get a lot of hate. Oh no, Adelie, listen, Adelie, I'm not talking about you at all. You're an OG member of the stream. Like I said, if you're an OG member, I'll tolerate you messing with me a little bit. And I know you're just messing with me, Adelie. I know you appreciate the stream, and you're here enough to where you're not hating on me, man. So don't worry about it, Adelie. I got you. You're an OG of the stream. I got your back, Adelie. Don't worry about it.
Look at this huge order on the ass there on CRON there, guys, at the 25 spot. 496 there, guys.
All right, Pharaoh. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, Corey. Day's a little flat, man. The market looked a little flat in pre this morning. Nayef says, man, I'm really sorry that the hate is there and I wish it wasn't so loud. But, man, you're getting much love, even if it's quiet. Hope it shows in your success. Hey, man, I appreciate it. I really do, man. Mitch and I get a lot of love here. We got a lot of supporting members, and we got a good group of traders that follow us and support us as much as they can. And so, I really appreciate all of them, and they overpower the haters, so I'm really not worried about it. What were you saying, Mitch? Sorry, man. Not to ramble again, but what were you saying,
No,
brother?
you're good. I'm watching CRON, guys. An important level that's showing up on the level twos is 1225. 1225, there's 498 just sitting there. And then on the bid right now, we got a 200 bidder at 220. So these are going to be important spots if it's going to either just slam down through 220s, bounce through the 25s, and get through there.
Yeah, for sure. Also, there's a few faders like GRPN. It's a really high float stock, but it looks like a really good fade right now. We'll see if it ends up fulfilling. TAHO pushed above the VWAP. It doesn't look as good, but maybe a fade there. GERN is
Yep, looking for maybe a VWAP rejection,
right.
but would have to reject 630 here, not get above 630s. There's that 625s on CRON, guys.
What's up, Matt? How you doing, brother? Long time no see, man. What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, Matt's been in here a long time too, man. I appreciate the sub, Mr. Coins. Rodrigo, appreciate the sub. Chai, appreciate the sub. Or Chi, appreciate the sub, brothers. Welcome, guys. But yeah, the last hate, I got a lot of hate this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's all the same person and that they just created another account. But for saying guys, I got a lot of hate this weekend for saying the word guys too much. And like I try to explain to him, like guys is a filler word. It's kind of like, Mitch and I may say guys a lot, but it's a filler word. And I mean the truth is that we're streaming, which is we're trading live, which can be stressful. And we got 100, we got more than 100 people watching us every day, and so that can be stressful. And so when people are stressed, they tend to use filler words more often, like we say guys, but other filler words like or like. When somebody's like, those are filler words. And that's why we say guys so much. It's because we're focusing and we're in the trades and it can be a little stressful. And so if people have a problem with filler words, they're just desperate to criticize, Hey, appreciate it, David. Exactly, man. Yeah, for every one hater we have 9 people who love and support you. Yeah, for sure, Ashton. What's
Without
up?
a doubt.
All right, so I'm probably rambling a little bit too much about this. Let's look at the stock. So Fred starting to push up here. I can't believe they took Fred off though, man. Right, exactly, Corey. They can't hate on my trading. They can hate on my vocabulary, though. And I'm Cajun, and I probably have a country accent and a Cajun accent, and that's fine. But no, yeah, one thing they can't hate on is they can't hate on Mitch and I's trading. They can hate on whatever they want, but they can't hate on our trading, Last 2 weeks, I've had one losing day, and so people can say whatever they want, The reason people watch us is because we know what we're talking about with trading. What's up, Hugo? What's up, brother? Hey, appreciate it, Thomas. Jose, if you're trying to promote something in your Discord, Jose. Usually I wouldn't allow it, but since I can't really tell, I'm just gonna leave it up there. Hey, appreciate it, Amy. Amy says I don't care if you say guys and I'm a female. Ignore the haters. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean it's just a habit.
All
Hey,
right, I want to see if CRON here, guys, rejects the 25s there, guys. Let's see what happens. There's that 25 ass. price. Let's see if he rolls through there. There's a 25s. It just rolled through. You see how you get this momentum there, guys? It's a big, big order going through there.
On Kron.
50,000 shares there going through there. 25s.
Yeah.
And then look, knocked down. Let's see if it gets slammed down here.
Yeah, this is the crucial level right here. It's either going to be a double top or it's going to be a breakout, I think.
Yep. And those are the moments where, as traders, we have to try to take advantage. And especially active traders. You know, that's what we are.
Alex, I'm probably not, man. One of my rules is I can only trade twice a day, but the other rule is that I don't really like trading past 10 o'clock market time. And so if it's past 10, I usually won't jump into anything else. And that's just because I know myself, and I know if I start trading after 10 and if I trade more than twice, you know, there's kind of a vicious cycle, especially for new traders, where you take a few losses and you kind of think to yourself, well, I'm already down so much on the day, I'm just going to take another trade. And then you take a bigger loss than before and you say, well, I'm already down so much already and went for it, I'm just going to take one more. And it kind of snowballs and kind of gets bigger and bigger in your losses until you just lose your account. And so I know myself well enough to know that's a possibility and that's a plausible scenario if I don't have the discipline. And so I just have to say 2 trades a day max, no matter what. And no trading past 10 o'clock. Unless I'm already in a position at 10 o'clock, I can't really trade. I don't allow myself to trade. And I think it's about the discipline to know yourself well enough to know what your weaknesses are mentally, you know.
I wanted to take 20 there.
Just be careful, man. Kron's been a little tricky. If you
Yeah,
look at the
she has
overall,
been tricky.
if you look at the overall chart today, it looks a little sketchy. You know, a few VWAP fades and stuff, but no follow through. Specifically when it went all the way down to 1185 and then bounced immediately back to the VWAP. You know, a
Yeah,
little tricky.
I wish I would have got my fill there. I got my order rejected there at 20s. I would have been feeling comfortable and then just waiting for this. I want to see the rejection here.
Manny says, I taken a couple courses. They were okay, but your chat room is much better. You guys, laugh out loud, go into detail and why you take the trades. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what we're about. Like, you know, Mitch and I talk about it all the time.
Oh, look at GERN. That right there, that I liked.
The VWAP rejection.
25s, little bounce here. Come on.
And the important thing is it's building resistance at this point. Like every time it gets up there and fails, that's another resistance area it has to break if it does reverse. And so because of that.
28s, I was looking at it, but at the same time looking at CRN, trying to define which one's the better trade to take.
Right, for sure. I mean, it doesn't look bad. There's a lot of, you know, I've seen a few, but GEMP maybe too. Keep an eye on that one. No, I don't trade Forex, Mr. Coins. I don't trade anything but stock equities. That's it. You know, it's just what I know. I don't trade crypto. I've traded options before, but I've had mixed results with options. And so I know trading stock securities and equities is what I do the best. And so that's just what I stick to. It's just what I know I can profit from stocks, and that's what my main focus is stocks. You know, I'm not saying I won't learn how to trade Forex or crypto in the future, but at this point I'm just sticking to what I do best, you know. Talk about AMR, Tristan. Okay, let's look at it. Yeah, AMR went on a little breakout. The volume is still so low here though, and the range is small, and so it just doesn't follow any patterns that I specifically trade. But not saying it won't be good for you. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. GERN fading or rejecting off of that VWAP really nicely.
Yeah, I have the order out there sitting at 625. Let's see if I get a little bounce fill here.
These are 2 good entry areas, or would have been for GERN. Too late now.
Yeah,
but
28 was nice.
Right.
It was just, I was also looking at CRON here.
Nice V keys. On which one, man? I hope you mean Gern, Gern. But hey, if you caught it, man, nice work, V keys. Really good risk to reward area for that rejection on Gern. You know, if you get in Gern at this 628 level, you could comfortably set your risk at, you know, even if you wanted to set it super tight at 632 for a 4 cent risk, and then a 624 would be break even. 620 would be profit target. So not bad risk to reward there. And with the VWAP rejection, I mean, I think I've said it multiple times before, but it doesn't work as much. It doesn't work as much of the time as like the VWAP fade. The accuracy rate isn't quite as high in my opinion for the VWAP rejection, but the risk to reward is usually pretty legit with the VWAP rejection, and so that kind of overcompensates for it.
All right, CRON there, up there.
Yeah, that's right. I don't trade forex, so I can actually sleep at night, man. You're right, man. If I
Yeah,
if
man,
I traded
forget all
forex,
that.
right, I'd be up all night. My wife would hate me. You know. How do you move the volume chart below separate from the main chart? T America. So what you do is you go to the little settings bar here, and you go to overlap volume, and you uncheck overlap volume, and just click apply, and that way it'll be under it instead of like I can overlap volume here, and you can see it'll add
All
it to the
right,
chart.
got filled there on GERN there. Got to be careful here, guys. Want it to come right back down here, guys. Not VWAP test and get above VWAP.
What's your sizing?
Seeing as I'm able to hold 5 cent risk, I'm taking another 50 cent risk trade. Looking for at least $100 on this trade.
You want to share your screen? There you go. You got it. All right. Hold on. There we go.
I'm looking at, I have my finger on the order above, but I just put it on there so you guys can see it.
So are you in with 1,000 shares? Okay.
I don't even mind getting in here a little bit at 26, but it's 1 cent up, so it doesn't do anything to me.
Yeah, no worries, T America. No worries, brother. So your risk is 630?
Yep. Let's see if we get a wash here.
John Russell, the intro package is typically $500 on TradeNet. I have a link that will get you 20% off of that until the end of this month. And so if you go through my link, it's $3.99. I'll post the link for you. Hold on. So yeah, here's the link. Like I said, you get 20% off if you go through my link. We do make a small commission from it, but it's a great way to help support the channel if you're interested in supporting. And it does give you an incentive. Like I said, you get 20% off. And so here's the link there. Go check it out if anybody's interested in signing up. Like I say, though, I try to be as honest as I can with people about it. The biggest flaw of TradeNet and TEFs, and you're actually trading with TEFs, you're partnering with TEFs, but the biggest flaw with TEFs is that some stocks are not tradable. Specifically, cheaper stocks, especially under $1, most of the time those aren't tradable. And so if you only like trading cheaper penny stocks, it's probably not the best broker for you. I like to trade stocks in between $1 and $2 all the way up to $30. And so it's kind of like the perfect broker for me. A lot of shorts, cheap commissions, decent platform, good fills. And so it's kind of the perfect broker for me. But you do want to make sure you understand that some of the cheaper stocks are not tradable. And so understand that. But it's not too bad. Like today we had 2 stocks out of 12 that weren't tradable. And so a large majority of the stocks were tradable today. But yeah, there's the link in the chat if you're interested in it.
All right, guys, got to be careful here because that was a pretty big of a volume size there on this candle right here. So what I'm looking for is it to hold at least this level. Can't really get above there because then we can get momentum back on the plus side.
Right, for sure. Yeah, man, I think that's a good plan, V Keys. V Key said I accidentally took 9,000 shares on something and was down 300 since Thursday. I'm only down about $60 sticking with the VWAP strategy, level 2, time and sales, MACD, and RSI. I think that's a good way to do it, man. Just stay patient. Exactly, man. Just stick with what you know, brother. John Russell, I mean, it's all subjective, man. So I think it is. But if you like trading cheap penny stocks only, it probably isn't. And so it's all up to you, man. I think it's a good deal just because, you spend $400 on it and you get $700 to lose. And so I think because of that, it's a good deal. I think it's really good for traders that are learning. I didn't really want the course either. And so after I paid for the intro package, once my account manager contacted me, I just told him to send me the funded account, that's really what I wanted. And he sent it to me in 2 days. And so I had my login within 2 days after I told him that. And so, yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's all subjective, man. I believe so, Young Shag, but it's best to ask them, man. I know you can hold stocks overnight, but that's all I've ever done. The longest I've held a stock on TEFs is overnight. I know you can't trade in pre-market and after hours, and so that is something, but it's best to ask them just because I'm not 100% sure. I've never actually held a stock more than a day, more than overnight on TEFs.
All right, let's see if we get some selling pressure right here. Get it right back to the 620s.
All right, there you go. Let's see if it cracks.
There's some sizing coming in on the bid. Let's see if we can get this down move underneath.
So
There you go. So now it's set up.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, Young Shag, but it's best to ask them. John Russell says, so you get money after the package, or do you put more money in the account? And so it's not a deposit or anything like that, John Russell. You're basically, TEFS is partnering with you, and they supply you with a $14,000 account with a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down. But you cannot deposit anything. You just have to keep the 14K they give you and trade with that. But you can't deposit anything, and you're paying for the intro package. It's not a deposit. You're buying the intro package, which is technically the educational package. It's an educational package. And once you do that, that's when TEFS partners with you. And so it's not even TradeNet, it's TEFS. But you can't deposit anything, and you basically just take the 14K they give you for the intro package and you trade with that. But if you lose over $700, then they close it down. And now I think you can sign back up if you do max out your account. I think you can only sign up to the intro package twice, but you can sign up to the other ones as much as you want. You bought Nike Tuesday and sold today for a profit. Yeah, taking advantage of that bounce play. It's kind of like, it's kind of like what Facebook did. Facebook tanked a while back on bad news, and a lot of people jumped in on the rebound play. And that's a plausible strategy that I've looked into as well. A little bit longer term swing trading strategy, but I think it's plausible for sure.
All right,
There
time
you
to
go.
drink some coffee.
Yeah, man. Looking good, man. Just stay patient.
Mm-hmm. Take a little drink of something. Relax. Trade's working for you. You're looking for a little bit more than just that 5 cent gain. Seeing as I'm risking about 5 cents, really on cue, So what I want to see is that follow through that 620 here.
Yep. It looks good though, man. I like it at this point. Somebody asked how long is TradeNet's course. To be honest, I've only looked at it once. I never actually finished it. If I'm being honest, I think the course is very basic. I'm not saying it's a bad course. I think it's better meant for brand new traders that don't know anything. I think it's a decent course if you're a brand new trader that doesn't know anything. But if you're an experienced trader and you're trying to increase your edge, if I'm being honest, the course is decent. But I wouldn't, at least for me, I wouldn't buy it solely for the course. And that's just me being honest with people. And it may, like I could lie to everybody and say, it's the best course ever, but it's just not my style. It's just it's better meant for brand new traders that are kind of what you got to understand is that TradeNet, they like to trade more expensive stocks, and so it revolves around that a little bit more. My strategy kind of revolves around shorting overextended, low float, terrible companies. And so, it all just depends. It's all subjective, but if you make 3K in your account, yeah, it'd just be a 70-30 split, Track Racer. And so, you keep 70% of that. The fees are great, John Russell. So the fees are really cheap. The commissions are 0.006 cents a share. And so if you're using 250 shares or less, it's $3 for a complete round trip. After that, I think 1,000 shares is like $12, which is still cheap in the grand scheme of things. And the platform fees are $15 a month, and I believe they take it out of your account balance. And so cheap platform as well. Yeah, look at Fred, guys. Fred is right around the high of the day at 270. So GERN may be wedging a little bit here. But yeah, Fred is right around the high of the day at 270. It's at 265 now. Rebounded some. Maybe it was a good thing it wasn't tradable today.
All right, gotta be careful here, guys.
Yeah, exactly, live gains. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, live gains.
A lot of shares going through there, guys. Gotta be careful here, guys.
I mean, looking at GERN, I wouldn't really get concerned until it breaks that 632 level. But that's just me. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, up here. I mean, up here is like really where it's at. I like looking at it more on a 5 minute right now. I have it on my top chart at 5 minutes. But what I'm seeing is that there is on this level that came in 4,500 shares at 28. So that's going to be the really important level to see if there's any more buying up there or if it's just a rejection and comes right back down.
Alex Williams says I closed my test because the fees were too much for me. I mean, I think the fees are extremely cheap compared to every other broker.
Go try
Sure
some
Trader. Yeah, for sure, man.
Try some Sure Trader and tell me about fees.
Sure Trader, the platform's like $150 a month if you want everything, and then commissions. If you use 1,000 share position on Sure Trader with ECN fees, it's like $16-17 a trade, depending on the price of the stock. But I mean, listen, and if it's all subjective, everything's subjective, and so people, if the fees are too much for you, I really understand it, man. It may not be for everybody. It's the perfect broker for me, though. I just try to be honest with people about it. Like, the biggest problem that I have with TEFs is that some stocks are not tradable. And it can be really frustrating on days like today with Fred not being tradable. But, it actually worked out for me today. It would have been, I might have lost money on Fred if it was tradable. So it may have been good. But, I mean, it all depends. It's all subjective, man, as is life. Okay, that makes sense, Alex. Yeah, if you're using a big sizing, fees may start to run up,
All right, looking for a nice little wash right here. Nice little push through that 620.
Yeah, John Russell. So what happens is they automatically exit the trade if you go over $700 in losses. And so, like, if you used huge sizing and it went over 700, they would force you out of the trade and then close your account down, is what they would probably do.
There's the pressure. Let's see if we get down through it.
There you go. Looking good, man. Let's see this drop. That's right, Live Gains. Hey, nice work today, brother. Live Gains said I had $37.50 in fees today, 216 in gross income. So yeah, man, you made like what, like 180 bucks, 185 bucks. That's still a good win, man. Nice work, Live Gains. Good work, brother. Yeah, I've heard about TradeStation. Is TradeStation the one that doesn't let U.S. customers sign up though? There you go. Let's see this wash here.
Yep. Let's see if we get this little push through that 620, guys.
Nice,
Should see
Tradester.
a nice red wash with a big sizing coming through.
Nice work today, Tradester. Good job, brother. 25-cent profits. Nice, man. Good work. You just need a little quick 10-cent drop down to that 610 low, and you'll be golden, man. Let's see it. I was going to say you added sizing.
Nah, it's one of those little. I throw it in there, let the proprietary trading system try to jump in there with me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, so pretty much, I'll explain it to you after trading.
Okay.
But part of trading with tips is that they're seeing our trades. They make decisions from that also.
Right.
That's how they learn strategies.
Right. And that's, I mean, I'm not mad at them for it. I mean, I think
Yeah,
most
they
brokers
take our
do that.
data. They
Right.
take our data and analyze it, see where their winning strategies are, make their own decisions.
Right. I mean, I like, honestly, TradeNet's like
Can't
the,
blame them.
Tefs is like the perfect broker for me. So like, we're like, I know SureTrader does the same thing, so I can't hate on them. I honestly, I just like TradeNet and Tefs because it's great for learning, cheap commissions. You can use small sizing, a legit platform. And so,
100%.
it's just good for learning. That's why I like Tefs and TradeNet.
CRON, guys, is starting to get interesting. Below, it cuts through here on the 1218s with a nice washout. Could start making that move right back to 1188s, but it's trying to bounce here off the support of 1219 and see what happens to it. I'm back watching GERN as it's bounced a little here. Don't want it closing up here in the 27s. I can let it go all the way up to 28, but I'm not even gonna let 29s roll through now because it's starting to get tighter and tighter. So what we want to see is this finally break down here.
It's still in its little channel, man. So you still have time, brother. So don't worry about it. You just gotta let it fulfill, hopefully. Let's just hope it doesn't consolidate here all day. But I mean, if it makes it past the lunchtime period, and it's still weak, I could see it coming back down to 6 sometime today. But we'll see. CENX just reversed and starting to maybe test the high of the day on CENX. '24s. IGT. Maybe fading some.
CRON looking really interesting right there.
Just building more resistance above you, bro. That's all
Yeah,
it's doing.
CRN, man. That,
Kron.
yeah, that definitely right there in the 22s.
What do you
I would
think?
like to off of 1230s. That's a good risk
Short or
reward
long?
right there. Short, right back down through the VWAP. If I wasn't in GERN, put it this way, I'd throw some shares that way. I just don't like doing the two stocks kind of thing.
Hey, appreciate it, Tradester. Yeah, man. Yes, trade net referrals are just a way that we make our, we keep this stream free, and we give everything out for free, and so it's just one way. But we appreciate it, man. We really do. At the same time, I think people can probably tell I'm honest with it. Like I'm honest about the course. I'm honest about the flaws of
All right,
TEFs and
guys, got to
TradeNet.
be careful here, guys. Let's watch my trade here. Let's be smart.
I mean, I still think you got until 6:30.
Yep. There's the 28s I got to be careful about, guys.
MNKD
29s.
getting close.
Oof, I'm out.
I think it may fake you out here, man.
Yeah, the problem was, did you guys see that glitch? I got a glitch there. I got a data glitch that showed me up there to 6 freaking 40.
Don't stress it, brother. Listen, man, tomorrow's a new day. We got this, man. I mean, if you're using bigger sizing, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you lost 14 cents today with 1,000 shares, and so small loss, man. And you got room in your account, so don't stress it, brother.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we'll probably end up closing the stream down now. Small green day for me. Wish I would have used a little bit larger sizing. We'll see if I actually do it and back up what I say tomorrow. So who knows? But yeah, guys, MNKD. Let's look at MNKD. Some people saying AMD. Yeah, MNKD holding off of that VWAP. AMD running up huge here. And so we'll see if GERN ends up coming back down. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. Appreciate everybody being here. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. And we stream until about 10:15, 10:30. Let it go almost to 11 today. So not, let it go a little bit longer. But yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every weekday morning. So come check us out. Watch us stream live tomorrow. We'll see if we'll see how we do tomorrow, guys. Also, if you want to help support the channel, you can click the like button right now on this video. I do appreciate the support. If you click the like button, I really appreciate it. So if everybody could click that, I appreciate the support. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, same time as always. Mitch, you want to say anything, bro?
Yeah, man, just gotta go back and take a look at this. I did get a little glitch there when that 630s, those 8,000s got in there. And at the end of the day, took a couple of trades. What I'll think is entries were a little tight there. If we see my entries were down here, not near the yellow. So we got to get closer to the VWAP on our entries. And that way we could have been holding in this area. I did get a little bit glitched to show me something at 38s, and that's why I kind of hit the ask out. Didn't really see anything close there in the 630s too high. But that's taking the trade, and that's what we want to do.
Right.
Just consistently take our triggers. If that's our strategy, then we'll keep going, and we'll win on the next one.
Right, for sure, man. Don't worry about it, brother. Don't stress it.
The real key is keeping to my risk to reward, guys. So each trade was pretty much a 2-to-1, and I lost here 30, 60, and 50. I'm more than fine with that. My winner should have been here 100. Over here about $120, $100. It's a little tighter on that one, and this one for sure. CNX probably could have got at least near $100 on that. So that's what matters, and I'll keep going, and keep nailing on my execution.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Appreciate all the subs. I might not have followed them that well. Appreciate the subs, Leandra and Alexius. Appreciate it, guys. So have a good day. We'll see you all tomorrow, same time as always. Thanks for watching, guys.